Hello, hello, and welcome back to Reverse 1999. It's a new version time, and I've seen the trailers and I've seen everything so far in the English side, so let's see what's new.
Whatever sort of reputation it has.
Alright, that's new. Right, we have the thing to clear the story, and we got some good plasma candy and levels. Oh yeah, we got the Melania skin too, that's cool. Yep, news and systems. Oop, no, wrong one, this one. Ooh, what looks cool too. It does look pretty cool. Right, let's collect everything. Yep. No thank you. And what's over here? It's a new Miracle Mart. A skin for her and I think, okay. These are the rewards visited. I didn't get this? Surprising. Well, let me get this, might as well. 500, yeah, sure, why not? It's the Green Lake one. I'm surprised I didn't get it at the time.
Whatever sort of reputation it has.
Alright, before we go in, let's just greet our fellows in the
Any questions, folks?
in the wilderness. No. Alright, so let's go in.
Hear this! For us!
For us!
For poetry!
For poetry!
For us!
For us!
For free will!
For free will!
For us!
For us!
For literature!
Literature!
Our haven!
Our haven!
The panopticon!
The panopticon!
Nowhere else but here!
Doris, that blind writer? 3 days ago, she asked me for directions to Comala prison. Prison?
This is an experimental facility. Soon you'll see just what that means.
Jailer, who is the ruler of this prison?
According to the agreement, the Idealist and I represent the two factions of La Sociedad. In light of his possible assassination, the Congress will now be chaired by me. What are we doing here? What even is this prison?
You are a prisoner of Comala and a guest of Manus Vindictae.
Fiction and reality are two parts of a whole. We're trapped in a story with a predetermined ending.
And here we are. New chapter. Let's hear the theme for this one. Interesting. New series of Dusk. Right, they upgraded this, right? fewer path nodes yet. I get this thing faster. I still haven't gotten the new Babel skin. It's kind of embarrassing. I use it a little bit. And ruínas gloriosas e diretrizes de metáforas. Yeah, that's I should have probably said it with a Spanish accent, but it's close enough. Limbo got new stages? I'll take a look at that one later. Lunarscape? It's the other one, yeah. Yeah, Mainz Bulletin, Anecdote, Beyond... Oh god, it's all... The Answering Machine, The Butterfly, The Literature Critic, and Farewell Ryashki. Yeah. We're gonna get a Ryashki rerun. Okay. Alright, let's go in. New chapter. Literature. Oh, hello. Prologue. We got Sonetto and our lovely Verton, as well as the new one, the new character. Let's see. Now we have the gummies back. Our story begins on the evening of March 22nd, 1991. Ooh, that's cool. So, the Platonic year whirls out new rights and wrongs, whirls into the old instead. All men are dancers in their thread. Goes to the barbarous clangers of the gong. BWE, it's 1990. Those were a lot of difficult words. I could not pronounce very well. It's the final day of March, and the daylight hours of Ushuaia are shrinking away. Past the busy seasons, the city added a quiet. It's faded and quiet. At this moment, in a cafe at the end of the world, conversation and laughter are sealed within an airtight glass dome. Also, this looks like that that painting of the guy eating alone at the diner. Yeah.
Hace algunos años, trabajé como guardabosques en un campamento en Cuernavaca. Allí conocí a un poeta surrealista mexicano. Estaba especialmente agradecido de que estuviera ahí. Unos animales habían entrado al campamento y los ahuyenté por él. No fue gran cosa, en realidad. Como muestra de agradecimiento, me explicó esta extraña historia. Una que ocurrió en un pueblo del desierto de Sonora, llamado Amalfitano, en 1975. La gente ahí seguía una creencia muy poco ortodoxa, que giraba en torno al dado de Babilonia. Un día, una investigadora con una maleta llegó al pueblo. Vino a estudiar sus costumbres locales. Una razón nada sorprendente para que una intelectual erudita apareciera en un remoto asentamiento del desierto.
Oh, hello. A researcher with a suitcase, huh?
But little did she know, this dusty old town and its peculiar custom would lead her down an entirely unexpected path.
Oh, is she writing that?
Hold on. Sorry to interrupt, Recoleta. Does this researcher have a name? She could be Nora, Joanna, or Teresa. Any name, really. I feel like you want people focusing on this story, not keeping track of who's who.
Yeah, I've read stories where it's very confusing. The keeping track of characters. Yeah, giving her name at least it's useful. Confusion and shock intertwine in the storyteller's face.
Thank you for your advice. But she isn't a Nora, or a Joanna, or a Teresa. She's just herself, a paracausality researcher.
You see that look? She's halfway to eating you alive. Face it, Maria. She wouldn't be the loca we know if she listened to anyone.
Ah, alright. So you didn't like the opening. Fine. I'll come up with something new. Maybe I'll start with a bit of exposition on the Die of Babylon, beginning with its origins, as a secret relic created by an Aztec priest, imprisoned by the conquistadores.
The mysterious die's origins never get a continuation, as the story is interrupted a second time.
I don't know if that's going to do much, hermana. I'm beginning to think we'll never figure out what you're trying to say with this novel. And, well... and this isn't your fault.
Oh boy.
Ay, Dios. Just tell her, Maria. We're going back to Buenos Aires.
Ah.
¿De vuelta a Buenos Aires? ¿De repente? ¿Así? ¿Sin más? Pancho, Maria, what's going on? Did I do something wrong during our travels?
The startled storyteller eyes her companions of the last 2 months, searching for reasons.
Ah, see. I know what it is. I've bored you with my constant rambling over this novel. No, Recoleta. It's got nothing to do with your novel.
Don't you get it? We're flat broke.
Oh, yeah, that does it, yeah.
Why do you think we're stuck here scrubbing tables?
Oh, okay. The man slams his damp washcloths on the table to emphasize his point. His voice breaks the illusion of silence in the cafe.
Because we can't pay for all the mate we've been drinking.
Mate.
That wasn't a question, Regoleta. We've crossed the continent, crashed the readings of all those prestigious poets, and leave the way a real artist should. And, I admit it, it's been just as amazing as you promised.
Okay, I'm gonna guess this is in the Terra del Fuego.
But we can't go on living like this.
You know that we both care about you, and we believe in your novel too. I'd be lying if I said this journey meant nothing to me. Getting to ride around the continent on a motorcycle like Che Guevara himself? I never could have imagined I'd get the chance to go on an adventure like this. We got to live the dream.
Yeah, it's exactly what I was expecting. Yeah. Exactly who I thought it was, yeah.
A real dream. Except for those days when the motorcycle broke down. Though that was a real tribute to Che's journey too.
Don't tease, Pancho. Recoleta, since you invited us to join the Visceral Realists, we've both found amazing new ways to channel our inner poetry.
Okay.
Even though I still don't understand what in the world you're trying to say with your novel, or for that matter, what visceral realism actually is. Maria, Pancho. You told us not to worry about the definitions, to feel and to live in our words. We did just as you said, and it felt great. But...
Alright, but what? She looks out at Ushuaia, feeling a chill. Snow falls in the dimming sky and the season is shifting. Soon gray and white will blanket the colorful houses of this desolate land.
Ahora el frío del invierno se instala. Y lo único que parece importante es ese pequeño pueblo ficticio.
The storyteller sinks back against their accusations, searching for words.
I appreciate your honesty, amigos. I was worried the problem was much worse than all that.
Oh,
Winter
see.
here isn't as dreadful as you think. And I know just the place to keep us warm.
Which is...
It was 1520. Arcanist Ferdinand Magellan sailed across unfamiliar waters under orders from the Spanish crown.
Alright,
Over the
not...
vast
Oh
gray
shit, never
sea,
mind.
he saw spots of light in the distance. An island. He named it Tierra del Fuego.
Okay, so it's an island.
For the next 400 years, Ushuaia faithfully served its role at the end of the world. It became the continent's penal colony, and its largest building even served as a prison.
Of course, it's a penal colony, okay.
Many arcanists were exiled there. By the turn of the century, the arcanist hunt had reached its peak, and the Comala Sanatorium was built. Well, as you may already know, at that time, most arcanists were believed to be victims of madness. The sanatorium was their ship of fools. However, as people began to realize that arcanist blood wasn't a guarantee of madness, fewer and fewer were imprisoned there. By 1947, it was officially closed. Until the 1970s, when a group of people from the National Foucault Studies Association returned to the island with new ideas for the location.
Oh no, what did they
They
do?
spoke in abstract terms and opaque theories that no one could understand. They rebuilt this place and gave it a new name.
The Panopticon?
After a long period of construction, the Comala Sanatorium became a prison once more, one designed to hold Arcanist criminals. They were
Okay.
taken from the streets and the psychiatric clinics, from secret societies and rebel groups. Any Arcanist deemed mentally or socially unfit would be locked away there.
It's an excuse.
This association claimed the inmates would receive the best treatment, and they would fully recover before being returned to society.
By what we see in the trailer, that is
prison.
not true.
A medical lab, a sanatorium, call it whatever you want. That is what Comala is today.
Also very cute illustrations in the background. I just...
And we could spend the whole winter there. It'd probably be the easiest winter we've ever had. All that it requires is a little bit of acting.
You want to get locked up on purpose? Are you insane?
It won't be hard to pass ourselves off as a bunch of unstable crackpots. A touch of madness comes parceled with the gifts of being an Arcanist.
Oh my god, she actually is crazy. Don't. Oh god, don't get locked up on purpose just to get out of the cold. Oh my god.
That's your brilliant idea? To get us locked up in an asylum?
Yeah, that's not a very good plan.
You understand we'd be prisoners there, don't you? It's not like we get to put our feet up and relax by a fire.
Her increasingly agitated companions turned his head aside, catching the faint outline of a patrolling gendarme through the frosted window.
You want to go to jail? Well, see that man over there? Go greet him with a punch to the jaw, then you'll be set for the whole winter.
Yeah, seems alright.
Sounds like a
Oh my
good
god. Girl, don't.
Recoleta, please. We're not messing with the Gendarmeria.
Wait, the... Huh? How did you say that?
We're going to my Aunt Julia's. She said she could take us in at her vineyard up north near the capital. Well, it's harvest season. They could use all the help they can get.
How did you say that again?
Recoleta, please. We're not messing with the Gendarmeria.
Gendarmeria. That's not... You're missing a few letters at the end. Then it would just be Hermande, not Harmande Mia or Harman.
Recoleta, please. We're not messing with the Gendarmeria.
Gendarmeria. Yeah, you're missing the Ria.
Recoleta, please. We're not messing with the Gendarmeria.
Gendarmeria, yeah. You're missing a few letters.
We'll return to Ushuaia next year. Or when the winter has passed. It'll still be great.
Yeah, okay. Recoleta expression is as cold as the sea, as the, oh my god, as cool as the mate tea on the table.
I hear you, amigos. But respectfully, I must turn down your offer. This has been more than just a road trip for me. I know sticking around here for the winter won't be easy. But this could be my last chance. What if things change again? I can't just wait for spring. Recoleta.
What did I tell you, Maria? She never listens. Wasting your breath. Adios, Recoleta. I don't think we'll meet again.
Oh, what happened? Pancho's apologetic words freeze in his mouth.
Mierda! Those gendarmes are looking straight at us!
Yeah, that's how you said gendarmes. Yeah, that makes more sense.
What?
Oh wait. The cafe door swings open. A gust of cold air and dampness sweeps through the room. Recoleta's hair stands on end with a chill as she turns to face the door.
Stop right there! You three match the descriptions of some intruders at the poetry meeting in Casa Pionera.
Okay. Recoleta's plans a response only to hear a scrambling foot sound of her companions bolting away through the back door.
Just when I thought things couldn't get any worse.
Yeah, I'm guessing that's the fighting we're gonna have to do in this one. Yeah, this is a main story. Oh, you're dead. You're just so dead.
Stay behind me. I'll keep us safe.
It's not even funny how dead these guys are.
To the right, to the left. Keep home. Listen. Folie, mortal! Shine. Stay back, my friend. Stay away from me. Take a deep breath.
This one is actually deal with them.
To the left. This part should do. Look. Folie, mortals! Now, to preserve this memory in our dreams.
Oh, we got the sound this track immediately. That's cool. The Germanes are left behind in the cold, but the flustered young rider still something. And she falls down. Until she stumbles on a patch of wet and mushy snow. The rider still dares to not stop running, okay?
Oh, gracias a Dios. Creo que los perdimos.
Oh,
Are you alright?
There's Burton.
Gracias. Better to kiss the ground than kiss the gendarme's boots, if one must choose. Wait a second. Doris, is that you?
Oh, yeah, more connections between Doris and Burton. Doris is definitely her mom, isn't she?
Funny how life moves in circles and puts an old friend in my path. How have you been? Are you paying another visit to Comala? Doris.
A name falls out from the sky, offered by a girl who has her face planted and cannot see the figure before her.
Timekeeper, could she mean our Dr. Doris?
Was I mistaken?
Yeah, Burton looks a lot younger than Doris, I'm sorry. She wipes the snow from her face, still dizzy. She makes out the stranger before her. As her vision clears, it becomes apparent that fate is not a perfect loop. At least the person holding the suitcase in front of her is not the same woman she met before.
How strange. I've never seen two people so alike.
Right, she's Verton's mom, or she's Verton from the future that came back in time, or sometime time loop or something.
But please, forgive me. It's been a long day. No need to apologize. In fact, the person you just mentioned sounds like someone we're looking for. Could you tell me where you last saw her? Sure, Excuse me. You're not from around here, are you? Your accents and those clothes give you away.
Yeah.
Come with me. I know a warmer place to talk.
Alright, and off we go. Hey, it's Uncle. Let's see what he has to say.
The moment armies start to march, the world stands still. You fight or fall back, charge forward or run. Those are the only rules on the battlefield.
Okay.
I don't see a start time on this report, nor does it state the reason for or the demands of this war.
Because it's war waged with papers and pen.
Ah, a literary war. Indeed, the violence acted upon words is often just as devastating as an order on a battlefield. Words must fulfill their duties to their creators, just as soldiers must answer to their commanders.
Alright. I still don't see how this relates to what's happening now.
You don't? The young riders have all been exiled, sent down a path with no signs to follow and no destination.
Okay.
In dark days of bloody conflict, soldiers often find comfort in scriptures and verses, or in letters from their loved ones. They hold those words close, a fragile piece of home, a brief solace from the roaring of the battlefield. But as they fall one by one, they learn the bitter truth. No destiny awaits them but death. That bitter homesickness still weighing heavy in their hearts.
I hope they can at least find some peace in their dreams.
In dreams? Maybe. Walking the streets of your hometown, spending a lazy afternoon at the writing desk. Dreams can take you anywhere, but live there too long, and the lines between fiction and reality will blur. And soon, you'll never wake up again.
I wonder if this is foreshadowing.
Soldiers crawl through trenches, roll in the mud, and charge to their deaths again and again. While words are forever trapped within the confines of poetry, made to live, die, and live again under the golden prophecy.
What golden prophecy?
Ugh. I can't stand the way poets talk.
Honestly, same, honestly. Alright. Okay. There are 3 things. Let's see what this is. Reports, endless reports. Why are there only ever reports? Explosion. The tremors from the explosion of the Ushuaia port shook the surroundings for nearly 10 seconds, after which strong winds carried the flames across the docks area. Thick smoke spread for several kilometers. The explosion injured 12 people, over 200 residents were evacuated, and it took the Navy and fire departments nearly 6 hours to contain the fire. Unfortunately, key logistic facilities were reduced to ruins. Investigations confirmed that the explosions originated from 3 sources: an oil storage tank, 2 cargo warehouses, along a 3rd dock. However, the disproportionate scale of the explosions raised suspicions of Arcane skill involvement. This is still unclear whether this incident is related to the Xeno mutiny, and simultaneously investigations are ongoing into the Arcanist organizations that may have been responsible. Oh boy. What the hell? You call this a report? This is all you're handing in? Panic is already spreading. Do I need to remind you that Ushuaia is our nearest deep water port? Flames higher than the lighthouse, seawater dyed blood red. This catastrophe is bringing up painful memories of the war from over a decade ago. Our wounds are being torn open in the worst way possible. And after all this time I gave you to investigate, you're giving me a list of possibilities? A few days ago, people suspected some lunatics locked up in prison. But what the hell can they even do besides bash their head against the barbed wire and spout their pathetic rhetoric? Maybe they scribbled out some doppelganger on a pile of backwards poetry, conjured up a few imaginary hot air balloons to float them to the port, then molded a ton of bombs from mud and ice. Fat chance. The only thing you got right was was not including them in your list of suspects. Otherwise, I'd have you thrown into that prison alongside them. And this one? Authority is always so flexible. Buenos Aires Division Intake Report. The Buenos Aires Division has recently received members of the Storm Research Team, Ulrich and Regulus. Okay. Both are to be temporarily stationed at the division while undergoing basic health examinations. The timekeeper and her assistant received the message upon landing in at Terra del Fuego, and have departed on a mission. The message, source, and detail of the operation have been reported by Seneto. Our site currently has no access. Other survivors taken in: Barcarola, a pure-blood arcanist and musician aboard the Free Breeze; Fatutu, pure-blood arcanist and a member of the Nuketeao people. Further investigation of her people is required. For the full risk level assessment report, see attachment 1-35. Also play the event, I guess. It was a nice thing of where are they now thing. Alright. Let me just check how many? 18? They're probably 20 something. Okay. More than circles. Oh god, circles again? A ring that closes on itself? That is far from enough to define the essence of fate.
According to these news reports from Ushuaia, there was an arcane attack on the pier about a week ago. All the ships in the port were destroyed.
Ushuaia. I gotta read the first A. I don't know why. I think I keep missing the A. Also, Verton arrived at a place and the ships are already blowing up. Come on, this is like the 4th time.
Could Manus Vindictae be responsible for this? Or perhaps the Xeno rebels?
Hard to say. But things have been suspiciously quiet these past few days.
I see. So they just arrived at the Terra del Fuego, I see.
I had been hoping we'd find some clues here in Ushuaia.
after we lost track of the Manus in the Free Breeze shipwreck. They would have gone to ground somewhere remote and off the radar. Indeed, it's possible they've already left Ushuaia. For whatever reason, it seems they haven't been pushing for the storm to happen quite as eagerly as before.
They're probably trying to get a recruit, is my guess.
I have a strange feeling about it all. They're definitely up to something.
Or they're probably trying to get Arcana back. They already have her ashes, so it's most likely that.
For now, it seems our new friend's story lines up with the intel from Moth. It seems the Xeno rebels really did bring Dr. Dorez here. We should see if there's anything more she can tell us.
There is some theories that Moth can possibly be, what was her name? She was in the Free Breeze. I completely forget her name. Man, I don't remember her name. God damn it, it's right on the tip of my tongue too. Oh man, the member of Manus that was in the Free Breeze. That's her. She is Moth because she has Moth motifs or something.
Timekeeper.
The chief assistant hesitates.
The Foundation doesn't have any intelligence on Tierra del Fuego. If the Manus really are here, then we'll be on our own. The closest Foundation branch is in Buenos Aires, 3,200 kilometers away.
Yeah, that is quite the distance. She reflects without words, a reminder that the chaos caused by Igor's rebellion is still fresh.
Careful and well considered as ever, Seneko. It's possible they've already infiltrated Ushuaia, just as they did in Chisos. But the Xeno rebels may still be holding Dorez. We can't just wait around. I'm afraid we'll have to take the risk. Ushuaia is not very big. If Manus Vindictae is here, we'll notice. Stay sharp.
Understood, Timekeeper. I'll keep an eye out for them and for Dr. Dorez.
After a chaotic hunt and escape, the cafe remains its usual peace. The Journade... Oh my god, sorry, I'm still... I just finished playing a bit of Still Rising, so my... French is pouring out of my mouth. The gendarmes are gone. Oh, that was horrible too. And so are the Recoletta's companions.
My friends. They're really gone. Adios, Recoleta. I don't think we'll meet again. So that's all I get? We could have exchanged some farewell poems, read them out loud like we used to, and shed a few bitter tears over our heartfelt goodbyes. But you know what they say. Goodbyes are only a senseless feast of unhappiness.
Oh, she really is a poet.
Pardon? Oh, it's nothing. Never mind. Please, sit down. And could we get a pot of mate with mint, please?
Thank you.
Well, I gotta check. What the hell is mate? Mate... Argentina, I guess. It's in, Chimarrón. Okay, I see what it is. Ah, I see what it is. Yeah, I've seen some of these, but I never actually tried. Yeah, it's basically an infusion, yeah. Chimarrón. Right. Alright, it looks cool. Recoleta watches with interest as the two girls take the offered cups of tea.
So you're looking for Doris? I can tell she's important to you from your look.
Correct. Is there anything more you could tell us about the day you met her?
Of course. It was one of those gray, overcast afternoons.
Oh, flashback.
I had just turned onto Calle Bolivar when I ran into this blind woman on my way to the post office. To be exact, I didn't run into her. She called to me. It felt like a sacred moment in time. Like something unworldly. I just stood there, frozen, as she walked up and fixed a loose thread on my sweater.
Is she really blind? I mean, she probably is, but how the hell did she find that?
I stared at her until my fingers went numb, and the letter almost slipped out of my hand.
Miss, could you tell me what's in that direction?
I followed her hand as she pointed forward. Strangely, even though I could see she was blind, I had a feeling that she knew exactly where she was pointing, and where she intended to go.
Maybe it's her arcane skill or something.
That's the way to Comala prison, Senora. Is that where you're headed? I could walk you there if you'd like.
Thank you, miss. But I think I found my way.
She held a typewriter. How ironic that God would give her, at once, both books and night. I am Recoleta. What may I call you, miss? I hope you don't mind me asking, Senora. I didn't mean to pry. It's only that I have to know. You're a writer too, aren't you? I've been working on a novel and, for some reason, I have this feeling you could be a character in it. Forgive me. I'm just so excited. I really want to remember this moment. Please, may I have your name? Or whatever you'd like me to call you?
Okay.
I don't think I'll ever forget her smile. It was soft, kind, almost merciful. And oddly, it felt so ancient.
Alright, yeah. Okay, so she's probably very old. I mean, or at least she's reincarnating because she survived like 3 storms already.
No offense taken, Miss Recoleta. But first, I have a question for you. What does literature mean to you?
Okay, let's see what she asks.
Sorry?
What she answers, I mean.
What a question it was. I wasn't expecting anything like it.
You're a writer, are you not? And one, I sense, with purpose. Tell me, where does such powerful motivation come from?
Actually, well, I'm not sure, Senora. I have my pursuits and questions, but literature is neither the goal nor the answer to them. Literature is, well, it's just literature.
I'm gonna bet there's more to it than that.
I suppose if I had to define it, I'd say it's a tool. A kindling for fire, or a lens to see through. A means to explore and raise questions from different angles and express our perspectives.
And what an interesting perspective you've expressed. I see. But how does literature make you feel?
As though I'm a kid looking through a kaleidoscope for the first time. Well, maybe that's not the best way to put it. Perhaps something a little more subtle. Just when I was looking for the right word, she turned away with a little wave, heading toward the prison, her feet crunching over the fine snow.
So she's in the prison.
So she must have gone to the prison.
Yeah, sure, yeah, that's what I said.
When did all of this happen? About 3 days ago. I remember the sun came out for a while that day, and the streets were glistening with melting snow. You've heard of Comala Prison, haven't you?
Word by word, the question turns into an implication, into a declaration.
3 days ago. Then we may be able to catch up with her there, Timekeeper.
You're right. We need to get there as soon as we can.
Whoa, amazing. So decisive, assertive. A true show of character.
Hey, it's Chapter 8's music, okay.
You must be the very archetype of a charismatic leader.
Yeah, you got that right, at least.
What's left to say? Whenever the protagonist has what they want fall into their laps, we're all quick to complain about lazy writers using Deus Ex Machina to keep the story together. So, let's not dwell on it.
Yeah, okay, sure. Of course, writers. She reconciles this observation with a silent nod to an unseen author.
But anything can happen in a place like Ushuaia. It's a city where the day may only last 4 hours, and the streets are full of exiled arcanists.
We appreciate your help, Miss
Recoleta. Please, think nothing of it.
Miss Recoleta. I'm Vertin, and this is Sinetto. We're investigators from the St. Pavlo Foundation.
Pleasure to meet you.
Likewise. Glad that I could help. But listen, ladies.
The girl winks playfully.
Everything happens for a reason, and now it's becoming clear. You're going to Comala Prison, and so am I.
Alright, let's see.
Maybe
Where do you want
fate
to
that
go?
brought us together.
Okay, Faith, sure.
What's your business there? If you don't mind our asking.
Oh, it's a writer's mission. But anyway, we're friends now.
Alright, way to dodge the question, Missy.
If you're going to Comala, you'll need someone who knows the way.
It's a prison. It can't be that hard to find, right? Alright, we got our guide for the prison. Did just punch a guy. Well, never mind that. Alright, what's this? Oh, Hunkel again. Or not. Where is this place? The furthest edge of civilization. Historically, the town of Ushuaia originally was home to just 400 people, until 1,100 convicts were exiled here. Oh, I'm sure that's a great idea. But more convicts than normal people living here? It's not hard to see why. After all, this little town has a chill that pierces the bone. Even the rain feels unapologetically and bleak. Those exiles soon became essential for the town. They cut the lumber, built the generators, and survived the harsh winters alongside the townspeople. Some stayed after their release, and with time, the towns prospered. A town so deeply intertwined with stories of exile and imprisonment, don't you think that gives there a certain mysterious, intricate, and unspoken charm? In the cold and silence of a popular night, a pair of warm hands can warm not just your body, but also your heart. Even if those hands belong to a death row convict exiled here? Of course, even if it belonged to a waddling penguin, they would still be the hands of a friend. Over the years, we could even end up like family. Indeed, I think I understand now how the residents and the prisoners integrated. Surviving in the harsh climate of polar regions like this isn't easy. Prisoners couldn't make it alone. The harsh nature of their surroundings taught them a simple truth: no person survives on their own. Such poetic wording, Soneto. You really ought to try your hand at poetry. And in fact, it is an act of outpouring one's feelings and taking a journey through one's own mind. A journey through your mind? Thanks for the suggestion. Perhaps I'll consider giving it a try in the future. God damn, I can't read well today. I can't read normally in most days. Alright, the time that fucking hell, there I go again. I was gonna say the time that place forgot. What the hell is that? The place that time forgot. Excellent, everything is going according to plan. Fate will not reveal its hands, at least for now. Mala Prison Perimeter. The grey riverbed winds through the frostbed earth, disappearing into the distant horizon. A neat yet dilapidated circular complex stands alone beneath the snow-capped mountains as if abandoned by God, humanity, and ghosts alike. Outside the fences, 3 uninvited guests discuss their plan to get inside.
Behold, Comala Prison. It's the biggest building around. When the sun comes out, it looks like a rusty button stitched into the earth. Everyone tries not to pay attention to it, but it's undoubtedly one of the most important places in town. This way. Careful. We're heading uphill. Oops!
The young rider begins to slip again. She is prevented only by Soneto's quick reflexes.
Thanks. So, my new friends, you're from that St. Palominos?
St. Pavlov. It's close enough.
St. Pavlov Foundation. And Vertin is the timekeeper there.
Ah, very impressive. Sounds all official and polished. Then, I take it you've already got away into the prison?
Probably not. The gate presents an unwelcome face to the world. Yeah, okay.
I'll draft a letter to headquarters right away. Once they approve it, they'll notify the local branch in Buenos Aires. From there, they'll need to inform the Argentine government.
That's gonna take forever, Soneto. I don't think you have enough time for that.
Who will then issue us a permit.
Excellent. Looks like our bureaucrats still have some worth. No offense intended, of course.
Since we're pressed for time, I believe we can ask that headquarters give high priority to our request. If all goes well, we should have the permit in about a month.
Soneto, you don't have that kind of time.
Ah, how expedient of them. But you know what? Maybe we shouldn't bother all those hard-working government officials with these trifling matters after all.
She instantly returns to her previous judgment.
I have a simpler solution that suits the urgency of our cause.
Break the law and get arrested.
That sounds great. Oh, where are you going, Miss Recoleta?
And she broke in. Before anyone can stop her, the young rider hurls herself up the wall, scaling the side, which... with the sort of skill that immediately suggests you've done this before.
To the other side of the wall, of course. From Guadalajara to Ushuaia. There has yet to be a wall that could stop me. Come on, ladies of the Foundation. Soneto, take my hand.
Soneto looks utterly flustered. Poor girl.
Miss Recoleta, please. A reckless act like that could have serious consequences. Please come back down. In fact, while the details of our mission are classified, I should warn you it may be dangerous, and we cannot guarantee your safety once we're inside. Perhaps it's in your best interest to return to town.
What? That is definitely not in my best interest. What sort of pusillanimous coward would I be if I just abandoned my fated companions here? Of course I'm going in with you. Or rather, you're coming with me.
Of course.
Please get down, Miss Recoleta. Someone's coming our way.
From the other side of the prison fence, a predator's gaze locks into the figure perched on the wall.
Stop right there. What do you think you're doing?
Is that a Russian accent? Is that Zeno or something?
It's her again. The jailer of Comala.
Did she say jailer or jaguar?
Caramba. It's her again. The jailer of Comala.
He said jailer. And it's Jaguar. Okay, okay, jailer fuck. An awakened Jaguar, okay. Okay. Let's put a different team here. It's level 250. Let me see. I can rearrange. No, not this. Damn it. I can rearrange this team, I guess. Let's see. Yeah, okay, let's put you. Where's the other one? There's her. Do I have any other fire guys? Not really. I'll just put her in. No, I actually need her over here, sorry. Shit, what's the best for you, though? Oh. No, that's not for you, that's... Yeah, that's for you. That's for you. I don't know what to use for you. Alright, let's just go to this.
It's an honor to meet you. It is here. Nice pass. I can hear it.
Tu peux la jeter maintenant, la charme d'opère.
Like a lighter.
Oh boy, that's
Why
is a lot of
another
damage.
one. This conch should do. That's right. We're not afraid of you. It is here. I can hear it. Nice passing.
Mon officier n'est pas un capitaine.
Seeing stars. Stay away from me. You are not welcome.
She has some really cool animations. Like throwing swords like that is really cool. Alright, let's see what happens next.
Miss Recoleta, haven't I made myself clear? I don't want to see you here again.
Jailer, we meet again. What a delightful encounter on such a...
Cool, windy day? Sudden gust of cold wind interrupts her.
lovely day.
Of course.
Would you please just leave this place alone? I'll never understand why a promising young woman like you keeps snooping around a prison. I can't make this any clearer. Trying to break into Comala will do nothing to get you inside, but it will get you into a world of trouble with the Gendarmeria.
There they go again. Remind him. Ah, my god, that's so hard to say, god damn it. Fuck, I was gonna say Germange. Fuck it, I'm gonna say it in Portuguese, who cares?
So, will you stop these senseless breaking attempts? Comala Prison is only accessible to academic researchers and journalists, and even they must have official credentials in order to enter.
Isn't there any other way to pay a visit? I truly do need to get in there.
She racks her brain for a plausible excuse.
Sorry to interrupt, but did you just say official credentials?
Oh, Vertin with a clutch.
Yes, you heard me right. And you are?
I'm the timekeeper of the St. Pavlov Foundation. My assistant and I are here to visit Kamala Prison on official orders from the Foundation. Here, this is my ID.
At the thought of lying, Sameda's lips fall to open for even a squeak. She goes flush red with embarrassment. Oh, poor girl. Through the prison fence, the jailer examines the pair as she takes the ID into her sizable paws. It is at least a very presentable looking card, boldly stamped with the seal of the St. Pavlov Foundation. Alright, let's take a look at this. The St. Pavlov Foundation for passing and issuing orders only. Timekeeper Verton signature must be destroyed with animus allied once lost. Pass card. Okay.
This is indeed legitimate.
She murmurs.
Welcome to Kamala Prison. Apologies for my earlier behavior. It's been a while since we've had any official visitors.
That's honestly completely understandable. Also, you knew Recoleta, so yeah, understandable. Alright, and I think we can do one more. Oh, what's this? The brandish philosophy to persecute all heretics equally. The National... Oh my god. Foucault Studies Association was founded by scholars alongside the junta to support the study of Foucault's theories and further exploration of social structures. Thus, a regular column was established in this publication, where contributions from all perspectives are welcomed and encouraged. The newspaper is about as old as I am, yet we somehow managed to find a copy. Yes, the Panopticon of Kamala was founded by the National Foucault Studies Association as a site of experimental psychoanalysis. I've read about it. A single watcher could observe all the prisoners, and since the prisoners never knew if they were being watched or not, the surveillance system infiltrated every detail of their lives. Also, it would break their minds, because come on, being theoretically watched 24/7 is horrible. It's smart, isn't it? Actual surveillance remains unseen, yet the prisoners nonetheless end up trapped in a closed, fragmented structure. Oh, those were my pen pal's words. He also said it was a significant experiment for the government at the time. But in that era, Foucault's psychoanalysis seemed more like a means to an end. Wait, so if I'd been born a few decades earlier, would I have need to try so hard to get into this prison? When the... Oh my god. This looks like a French word, but she's pronouncing it in Spanish. It's such an odd word. I wanna... Hold on, I'm gonna check. This is an actual thing. Here, come on. Fucking... Come on. Fucking... Yeah, it's written wrong. It's written wrong. Of course it... Oh my god. Gendarmeria. Gendarmeria. Yeah, it's written wrong. God damn it. From what I'm seeing. I may not always understand you, but I sincerely hope you are joking now. Back then, the people faced more than just imprisonment. There were disappearances, torture, and many deaths. Alright, I apologize. That was probably a bit inappropriate for a joke. I admit. Please relax, Soneto. Yeah, a bit is a bit. It can be seen as a bit much. Alright, let's go this and then we'll call it a day. Komala's colors. For a drifter, a stay behind. Oh my god. For a drifter, a stay behind an iron barred window can feel like just another stretch of desert.
Día tras día, la investigadora de paracausalidad se escondía en la naturaleza fuera del pueblo de Amalfitano, estudiando los datos que había recolectado. Una tarde, al anochecer, una voz llamó desde fuera de su cueva. Ella dejó el equipo y las cintas y salió afuera. Un hombre estaba de pie, curioso, frente a su puerta. ¿Qué haces aquí?, preguntó, levantando ambas cejas. Nada sucede en Amalfitano en estos días. El local se presentó como el empleado del banco. Probablemente tenía la cara más amable del lugar. Ojos brillantes, mejillas levantadas, una mandíbula suave. Era una cara llena de esperanza.
Okay.
La investigadora le mostró los espectros que había estado recopilando. He estado recolectando historias sobre el dado, explicó. Quizás ellos contienen la clave para explicar la aleatoriedad que muestra el destino. Ah, eso realmente me intriga, respondió rápidamente el empleado del banco. Me encantaría escuchar todo sobre eso, pero debo irme. No debo llegar tarde al funeral del pescador de dunas. Y con eso se fue. 3 días después, los mismos pasos regresaron a su cueva. ¿Volviste? ¿Cómo has estado? ¿Lograste llegar al funeral?, preguntó. No tengo idea de lo que estás hablando, respondió de manera cortante. No soy el hombre que crees que soy. Su rostro estaba agotado y demacrado, sus ojos hundidos profundamente en huecos vacíos. Era como si toda chispa de vida le hubiera sido arrancada, dejándolo solo con una cáscara vacía. La investigadora insistió que no se había equivocado. Conozco a las personas por su naturaleza más profunda, hasta la sincronización de sus espectros. Nunca me he equivocado antes.
Okay.
Lo que tú digas, el hombre murmuró de manera áspera. No entiendo nada de tus ideas tan elevadas. Solo déjame ir. Ha sido un largo día de pesca y lo único que quiero ahora es desplomarme en mi cama tambaleante.
Mood.
Se alejó con pasos que sonaban exactamente como los del empleado del banco.
Okay.
As you might have noticed, Miss Burton, this facility isn't just a prison. It's also a research center.
Yeah.
Its full name is the Panopticon of Komala. It was established by the Foucault Association in 1975.
Okay.
We've hosted workshops, academic sessions, and even lectures about the Panopticon. You may even have seen some reports about it.
I don't know about that, but alright.
Experts of psychoanalysis and scholars from various fields have come here to exchange ideas and seek collaboration in their studies. In many ways, the Panopticon is unlike any other prison you've seen before.
I see. No wonder Miss Recoleta has gone to such lengths to become a part of it. Actually, my assistant and I are here to inquire about a prisoner named Doris. Does that name sound familiar?
I don't really think she's a prisoner, though. Oh boy, this...
Not that I recall. Could she have used a different name? What does she look like?
This does look like the back rooms.
She'd have arrived here about 3 days ago. It's also possible that she came as a visitor. not a prisoner. She's a blind woman who always carries an old typewriter. She used to be a doctor at the Sao Paulo Veterans Residence in Brazil.
Yeah, I don't think she knows what that is.
And on the subject of different names, she once wrote for Atu under the name Erd.
That's a more well-known thing instead of an old folks' home in Brazil.
I don't think I've seen anyone fit in that description. And as I said, we haven't had any visitors in some time. Certainly not in the last 3 days.
Then where the Doris went?
But I did see her. I saw her walking towards Comala prison.
Someone must have mixed up their memories. Simply put, I don't recall seeing anyone by that name or with that description here.
That or she's lying.
I see. Thank you, miss. Perhaps we made a mistake.
I'm going with she's lying. Oh, also there's a pool ball over here. It's kind of funny. Sensing that current line of questioning is going nowhere, she shifts towards a different topic.
Miss Recoleta, you've gone to great lengths to get into the Panopticon. Would you mind telling us why?
Finally! I've been waiting for you to ask.
Actually, yeah. Why do you want to go in here?
I'm here to find my pen pal in Comala.
Are you serious?
You have a pen pal? In here?
Yes. 6 months ago, I went to a book exhibition in Guadalajara and came across the contact details of a few writers. I sent them my novel and asked for feedback.
Okay.
Looking back, it was a bit forward, but nothing unheard of between writers. A lot of friendships start through letters, you see.
Okay, so I took a look at it, and Guadalajara is a Mexican city. Yeah, a Mexican city, okay.
And Aleph wrote back.
Aleph, okay, so it's the other guy that we saw in the trailer. The crazy looking dude. Looks awesome, by the way. Oh, that's a lot of letters. Recoleta produces a thick stack of letters from her coat. The recipient address changes with each letter, reflecting the turbulent lifestyle of the wandering writer. Yet the sender's address is eternally constant, Comala.
And how much do you know about this pen pal of yours?
Oh, well, he calls himself Aleph, which is a grammatically masculine word, so...
Yes. I mean, yeah, probably, yeah, so sure, yeah.
So you assume Aleph is a man?
Yes. A reasonable suspicion, but in her experience, never a certainty. Yeah, we have a Marcus, that's a girl, and we have, what else? Yeah, at least Marcus. We have that one, at least. And Eric. Eric is normally a traditionally masculine name. Yeah, we have at least a few characters that have males' names and are females, or women, I guess, or girls.
Yes, he's probably a poet, a writer, perhaps even an alchemist. He's one of the brightest people I know. There's never been a question that he couldn't answer. I've asked him about religion, politics, history, potions, even critters in length and breadth. Can you imagine someone who knows all those things and so extensively too?
Yeah, I'm kind of curious about that guy too.
And he helped me with my novel. He always seems to know the best ways to bring my characters to life. Honestly, he's so insightful. I've begun wondering if he's omniscient.
We'll see.
With his help, my story grew richer and fuller, like a well-tended plant. Strangely, can't seem to take it any further now. It's as if the roots have been sapped of their strength. I couldn't understand why. So, I resolved that I would see him in person to find out.
Again with this story about your uncanny pen pal, I've already told you a dozen times.
No such person, is that right?
It's all very moving, but it still doesn't justify your actions.
Oh no, he does exist, okay.
Writers experience mental blocks all the time, yet you don't see them trying to break into a prison over it.
I don't know, some writers are pretty crazy.
She does have a point.
Please, Burden, jailer, have a little mercy, will you?
Hold on. I've been meaning to ask. Why are you only calling her jailer? Don't you know her name? Or do you just prefer addressing people by their occupation?
Oh, about that.
You never asked her name, did you? Unexpectedly, it is the Jaguar herself that speaks up.
It's okay, Miss Verton. I don't mind being called by my job title. I take pride in what I do. I'm perfectly fine with just being the jailer.
That's ominous.
Exactly. A researcher is a researcher, and a jailer is a jailer.
That's a bit of an ominous name, I will say.
Titles and code names often tell us more about people than their ordinary given names, don't you think? Take Sonetto, for example. Your name comes from sonnets, doesn't it? That great poetic form from Italy.
Yeah, okay,
Some people mistakenly think Shakespeare invented it. Some say it was Petrarca, though no one really knows when the first sonnet was written. Sorry, I'm straying from my point. You're Italian, aren't you, Sonetto? Is that your real name, or just a code name? Were your parents poets?
Does she know her parents? Actually, I never thought about that. Listen, I don't know her parents. Or was she an orphan?
As much as I'd like to be able to answer your question, I never knew my parents. My earliest memories were of the School of Primary Defense of Mankind. I've lived there since I was a small child.
Okay, yeah, so she's like Virgin, an orphan who doesn't know her parents, yeah.
My apologies. That was thoughtless of me.
It's fine. You meant no ill intent, I'm sure. Timekeeper, if Miss Recoleta was right about Dr. Doris's whereabouts, perhaps the jailer is keeping things from us. Or perhaps Dr. Doris visited the Panopticon without her knowledge. Either way, we need to do some digging here.
I'm going more for the first theory.
I agree. Let's see if we can talk to some of the inmates and find out what they know.
Alright, what kind of characters are we gonna get in this? As they chat, the corridors, until now endlessly, reach the terminal point, with voice echoing ahead.
Ladies, we're about to enter the main hall of the Panopticon. This is one of the places where the inmates spend their recreation time. At this hour, they are supposed to be in their cells. But what's all that noise?
The jailer seems to be tense with the apparent unusual amount of noise.
Miss Burton, could you keep an eye on Recoleta if anything happens?
Recoleta tries her best to avoid her hard stare of the feline jailer by blending with the Foundation team.
Certainly. What do you take me for? I'm not going to run away. That'd be a pretty cheesy way to start a story.
Please, just stay close to me.
Alright, is this the part where he gets shot that we saw in the trailer? I'm gonna guess it's the catalyst that starts the whole thing. Oh, we don't know. Okay. Well, I guess we'll figure out in the next time. Or maybe not, there's still a few things here. What the hell is that? Darkness has no form. The ever-shifting gaze seeps into every crevice. Oh, it's a fight. Or not? What is this? Oh, looks like we got a new arrival. It's pitch black in here. Can't be sure if she's new just yet. Hey there, welcome to La Sociedad de los Poetas de las Américas. Or maybe she's one of those who broke out and came back on her own accord? Keeping quiet, huh? I get it. This must be a sacred moment for you. A return to the darkness. Oh, that's cool. That's a cool fact.
La Sociedad de Poetas de las Américas?
The Society of Poets of the Americas. The texture she felt... Come on. Sorry about that. Right. The texture she felt on her way here do not match the words she just heard. Guided by her keen hearing, she pauses mid-step in what seems to be a reasonably open space. Oh, so this is Doris's vision. The room falls into silence, like the longest minute in a human history. Are you still there? A faint cough, a heave of a sigh in the darkness. Pardon me, but have we met before? This is my first time in this prison, as far as I can recall. Oh, that's an actual character sprite. What a strange thing to say, prison. When was the last time we heard anyone say that? Back when the narrator was published. Wait, are you some ancient ghost here in pursuit of realism, are you? You aren't some ancient ghost, okay. There is a theatrical flair in her voice. Rusty gates, pitch-black cells, prison. Bars for exchanging letters, a peaceful and secluded place. Sociedad de los Poetas. And no, we don't know. The three of them are spaced just far apart, just far enough apart to barely make out each other's faces in the dark. Oh, that is creepy. What a wonderful example, Garcia. Exactly. It all depends on how you choose to see the world, my new friend. Roberta, we don't have much time. This might be the most important gathering of the month. No, maybe even the year. You're right, Garcia. At this moment, nothing is more important than the salon the idealist was so carefully prepared. You should focus on sorting out your manuscripts first.
Pardon the interruption, but might I ask?
May I ask why your organization is called La Sociedad de Poetas de las Americas? I assume that isn't simply due to geography. Don't worry, Senora. We make it a point to introduce our sociedad to every new friend. But now isn't quite the time. After the salon ends, we'll ask the jailer about your accommodations. Wait a minute. Roberta, your eyes are well adjusted to the dark. Use them. She's neither a newcomer nor a returnee. She's a blind woman. Ah, please forgive me. Forgive Garcia's rudeness, Senora. An illusory limitation can sometimes bring a sharper intuition. In that colorful world of the mind, I'm sure what you see is even more beautiful than reality. But if you weren't brought here by the physician, then why are you here? She tries to construct a fiction on her mind, something that could justify the surreal nature of her arrival. From the human traces winds of São Paulo to the crashing surf of the cliffs. Now this strange land greets me for the first time with nothing but cold silence. Oh, that's Miss Grace. Okay. Committed to memory, it's Grace. She's probably Moth, because she has a little moth here. Miss Erd is to be placed at Ushuaia's Kamala prison. She's not to be treated as an ordinary inmate. In the words of the preacher, you are our honored guest, Miss Erd.
I've come to learn the name of this land. Ushuaia.
From that young lady's retelling, it lies at the southernmost point of the vast continent of South America.
As we walked, I could feel her gaze upon me. Steady, yet never intrusive.
I could tell she meant me no harm. I've informed the administration of Kamala prison of your identity and special circumstances. He will ensure your safety. Good luck and farewell. So the jailer doesn't know.
I had been brought to a place most unusual. A building with a quiet peculiarity in the air.
Two attendants followed closely behind me, some form of liquid dripping from their faces.
I suppose I must claim a little freedom for myself in this place.
Though I thought the darkness was a blessing. It wasn't too difficult to shake them off.
I'm sorry for your undue trouble, my diligent friends.
Oh, so she escaped. Something like that. I'm a writer, and I mostly write under the name Erd. I'm here on a short visit, hoping to find some inspiration for my next story.
I'm here for a short visit, hoping to find some inspiration for my next story.
Brother, what is this? Pillars of Eternity? You're talking in the middle... You only talked in the middle of your sentence? What the hell is this? I'm afraid I don't know of this physician you mentioned. See, Garcia, this lady is a writer. Good soul, you almost made us miss out on a meeting of kindred spirits. Come. I'm sure you'll fall in love with our salon. This has nothing to do with me. It's dark in there. In here, but I suppose you've already grown used to walking in the dark. Sorry, I meant no offense. Oh, and we're back in the light. Alright, so that was a Erd thing, huh? Perhaps the pen pal you never see is the one you truly need. Aleph, my dear pen pal, enclosed in the latest revision of my novel is your last letter. You suggested the role of a bank clerk. The marking Amalfitano with a stamp of the capitalist production model. An excellent idea. In this revision I have incorporated some of my own thoughts as well. That is everything about my novel that I was impatient to share with you. Perhaps you won't mind me discussing something else? I thought my creative journey, your encouragement and validation have been my greatest comfort when facing the countless closed doors of publishers. The long, futile efforts feel insignificant in the face of your understanding. Oh, my dear pen pal, I say this sincerely, though I suppose such explanations are unnecessary. Perhaps I do not need to waste more ink describing just how much your letters mean to me. So I ask you with both sincerity and trepidation, may we speak in person? About the dead, the desert, fate, the ending that troubles me so much, and the ties of imagination and insight carries both. Recoleta. At the poetry gathering in Santa Fe de Bogota, open air theater in Colombia. Miss Recoleta, I have mentioned several times in my letters, and as you may have already surmised, I reside in a prison. This is why I have never met my pen pals in person. Sorry. Due to its remote location and cold climate, Ushuaia is not a place people readily visit. People would rather sip a hot drink in one of Buenos Aires' century-old cafes and travel such a distance. Finally, I still wish you the best of your creative path, Alaf, at the Comala prison in Ushuaia. Sorry, I had to cough a bit. Alright, so we're gonna keep it like, we're gonna end it there. Alright. And we're gonna continue in a Latin American fable and next time. Alright everyone, I hope you enjoyed and I'll see you next time. Ciao.